close to the...
No. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do the countdown. People. I'm gonna do the countdown. And 3, 2, 1, and we are live! Welcome to the Startup TNT Summit 9 Manitoba finale. Sure, we can clap. Before we start, we want to just acknowledge that we are standing and located on Treaty 1 territory, the homeland of the Métis Nation, and the original lands of the Anishinaabe, the Cree, the Dene, and the Dakota peoples. We want to thank all of the people that have been here and take care of this land before us, and including Treaty 3, because our water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation, and Treaty 5 for where our electricity comes to power this night. With that, I just want to say that it is Indigenous Awareness Month? What is it? History Month. Thank you. Hello. Yeah, exactly. So it is Indigenous History Month. It's why I'm wearing my Métis sash. I just want to say that I find that entrepreneurs, especially in today's world, are very much like our ancestors. They're storytellers, they're innovators, they're traders, and this is the spirit of entrepreneurship. And so super happy that we are doing this on Indigenous History Month. With that, I'm going to pass it to our host, Jason Abbott of Launch.
Thank you, Richard. Absolutely love the energy when I walked in the room 5 minutes ago. Love the enthusiasm, but most of all, love that one entrepreneur, or maybe more, will get some hard-earned investment capital here tonight because of Startup TNT. Let's go. With that, I want to welcome back all the familiar faces who've been to Launch before. And for those who, if this is your first time to Launch, I welcome you here. If you don't know what we are, we're a co-working space with well over 400 members who come from all different walks of life, including startups, including enterprise. And we're here to build community and build ideas. And so if you're looking for a place that's a little more dynamic than your home office, we're a great place to come. So with that, Richard, I'll hand it back over to you.
Why, thank you, but don't you want to tell us a little bit more about what's happening just down the road?
Oh, well, with that lead in, yes. I kind of revealed it last time we were standing here on this stage, but we've got a brand new 14,000 square foot location opening just 1 block away from True North Square. We're calling it Launch Downtown. It's going to be dynamic, just like this location. It's got many different amenities, including a coffee shop. And most of all, it's going to have an awesome environment for you to get inspired and grow your next idea. So we're really excited about that. Stay tuned. You know, follow us on Instagram, and we'll be announcing a grand opening party probably in August.
I will be there. Okay, round of applause for Jason. Thank you. All right, so Startup TNT, for those that don't know, which I seeing all the familiar faces, you probably do know this, but you know what, I'm still going to go through it. In the last 4 years, we have raised almost $14 million for local prairie companies. We've done 33 summits. This will be our 34th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Yes, because we're doing one in Calgary, Edmonton, Saskatoon, and here in Winnipeg, all right now, today, at the same time. We've invested in 96 companies. And in total, we've had over 412 investors invest 1,900 individual checks into companies. That is amazing and deserves a round of applause. We do have some portfolio companies listed here and some that are actually here tonight as well. We have FeedFlow, who won the last one. Do I see anybody from Construction Clock? Maybe not. Do I? Yeah, he's walking over. All right, well then I won't embarrass the others if they are also walking over. We cannot do this without our partners. And so first and foremost, I want to thank Prairie's Can for their support. They give the most and continued support for Startup TNT. And the reason why they do that is because although they give also money to incubators and accelerators across the prairies, those incubators and accelerators only work if those startups exit those incubators and accelerators into some sort of financing. That's the only way that it works. And so we're trying to build that financing. So that's why they support us. We have some other great supporters like API, Osler, which is a law firm, Faskin, which is also a law firm, MNP, which you probably know. Local here, RBC, BDC will be, RBCX, BDC will be presenting. We have Infinity Shred, University of Calgary, Hunter Hub, and then a host of community supporters that you all probably know. With that, just a recap of how this works. We had a bunch of investors come in, put $5,000 on the table. What we do then is we narrow it down. So we originally started with 24 companies. We narrowed it down to 20. Those 20 pitched about 6 weeks ago. Probably 6 weeks ago to the day, about 6 weeks ago. And then we narrowed it down as investors to 10 and then to this top 5. And so we did a lot of due diligence on these companies. We talked to some of their clients, we did just again, went through all their financials, talked to their lawyers, talked to everything. And we have come down to this night where the investors will choose a winner tonight, and that company will get at least $150,000 check. And then we also might have some side deals. So really at the bottom there, it says, 20 plus local investors, 5 Manitoba startups. We have over 500 summit tickets sold across the prairies. So again, there's something happening in Regina, Saskatoon, Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. We have 7 after parties, one of which there's David. One of which is here. So after the pitches, after the winner, we can continue to stay here. Thanks to Jason and Launch for allowing us to do that. So drink up, eat up, and have fun. I just want to take a small moment here to talk about the Manitoba Impact and how we're building this ecosystem. So to date, we've had 32 investors invest into 5 startups with over $600K invested in those startups. 22% of that money went to female-founded companies, 26% to BIPOC founders. So that is way above average. That being said, we're still really low, but yes, that deserves an applause. But I'd want to say this summit, that 32 is going up to 46. We had 14 net new investors this summit. Give them a round of applause. I would love to see by the end of the night that 5 turn into an 8. Let's see if we can get that happening. And I do want to say that over half of the money that has come into Manitoba companies has come from outside of Manitoba. And so that is the network effect of Startup TNT. It's the reason why I believe in Startup TNT. So I was an investor first before I was roped into doing this job that I don't want to do. And so if anybody wants to do it, put it with their hand. So there's just such a great network effect. I'm so proud to be part of this team. And I want to say that, that $600K invested looks really small next to 14 million, right? Because we've invested 14 million, just $600K has come to Manitoba companies. And that's because Manitoba is new at this, right? It started in Edmonton, went to Calgary, went to Saskatchewan, then came here. If we catch up to Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan's already had 3.4 million into them. That means that almost 10 million has gone into the Alberta companies, right? So if we can see that trajectory and see that trajectory and see that trajectory, and that's in 4 years. That is so insane. Nobody else has done that in any other province. So I am super very proud about that. Round of applause. So like I said, we went from 24 to 20 to 10 to 5. Here are the 5. Neuroptek, Outreach Genius, QuoteToMe, The Den, and that is actually their logo. You're not having vision problems. If you do have vision problems, ask Neuroptek. And then finally, UPro Soccer. Okay, yeah, this is the agenda. We're gonna do 5 pitches. Each startup is going to have 4 minutes to pitch. Then we're going to get an investor to come, probably an investor that's done the most or one of the most to do the due diligence. They're going to ask them a couple questions, and that's it. If you want to give feedback to these entrepreneurs, there's the QR code there. It's on the posters. There's a poster on the left wall, and there's a poster on this post. If you want to give feedback to entrepreneurs, because this is a community thing, do so. And then I think that the next one is, okay, no. So again, like I said, there's after parties all across the province, all across the Western Canada. We're staying here, so you guys don't have to do much, so that's really great. If you want to donate to the beer tab, that's what you can do. You can just donate. You can email cheers@startuptnt.com. Well, we do have some sponsors. We do not get paid for the free beer and the free food. That comes out of our pocket. So if you want to donate, please do. We will be doing shout-outs if you do donate. Lastly, before the pitches begin, the top 20 was a little loud, guys, a little loud. So I want to ask you all to please, there's 5 pitches. Give them their attention. Give them your attention. They deserve it. They deserve respect. If you're making noise, one of the volunteers will come and please ask you to be quiet. If you are not quiet, they will come get me and I will kick you out. I am not doing what I did last time. I'm not yelling at you again 4, 5, 6 times. I am not doing that, so be quiet and let them frickin' pitch. With that, I'm going to invite Ian from North Forge to come up and introduce himself and the first startup and the first investor.
Thank you, Richard. It's a pleasure to be here tonight and help kick this off. My name's Ian Crozier. I'm the Director of Programming at North Forge. I just started there a couple of months ago, and I'm thrilled to be a part of the ecosystem, being back in Manitoba after being abroad for 10 years, or actually 20 years, sorry. Quite a bit longer. Now, first up, or a little bit about North Forge. I hope all of you know and are aware of us. We are a startup incubator here in Winnipeg, and we have a tremendous amount of programming for advanced manufacturing and technology startups. It's my pleasure to be the one to introduce a founder who came through 2 of our programs, both Pathfinder and Basecamp, to kick us off this morning. With UPro Soccer, it is John Barbosa. Come on up.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate it. Hello, everyone. I'm John Barbosa, founder of UPro Soccer. Did you know that while hockey is the most popular sports in Canada, soccer has more players and is the favorite sports among kids? Our women's national team achieved an incredible success at the global stage, which inspired a lot of new players in Canada and the US. With massive playing in our fields and major soccer events coming to North America, like the FIFA World Cup, the excitement for soccer is just getting high. But MLS, or the Major League Soccer Association, if it goes, yeah, it's facing a big challenge to grow the sports here. Using our solar system as an analogy to compare market sizes, the valuation of MLS, which is 2 billion, it's pretty tiny, like the moon, compared to the massive 19 billion market size of NFL. There is a vast opportunity gap for MLS to breach. But if we compare the American leagues with the soccer market worldwide, which is $1 trillion, it's just a fraction. MLS wants to get a big slice of this pie, and they are willing to pay for it. They understand that the opportunity is at the grassroots level, and that's why they want to bring 3 million kids into the ecosystem. UPro Soccer is their best choice for that end, and I'll explain you why. They follow 3 guiding principles as crucial pillars to sustain and foster a soccer culture that stands out internationally: player development, fan engagement, and media technology. That's where UPro Soccer steps in. Imagine having a soccer training session with Messi while competing with your friends at the comfort of your house. We use a physical training mat and an AI-powered mobile app to gamify the training experience and make it fun and engaging. This is more than just a training tool. It's a platform that offers entertainment and education for young players to reach their potential using technology that's already at the palm of their hands. This is the team behind UPro Soccer. Kleber is a PhD professor, Israel, is a PhD professor and a soccer consultant. This guy knows which skills to teach kids at a certain age and level, and he's behind our best-in-class training methods. Kleber, it's another PhD professor, but now in AI and cybersecurity, and this guy is developing our 3 AI models. Felipe built skins for Fortnite, and now he's building skins for us. Plus, he's taking care of our UX to gamify our training experience. We needed someone to orchestrate our operations, and Rodrigo has done that at the global level, working with augmented reality and AI for the most prestigious companies in the world. And there is this guy who built this team just to get a new toy for his kids. When we talk about competition, we are placing ourselves in a unique position because no one offers our blend of sports, entertainment, and data-driven insights. Our solution aligns perfectly with MLS vision for youth development and the growth of our soccer culture. We achieved several milestones in the last few months, building skins for local soccer clubs, advancing our app development and AI models, and onboarding and keeping in touch with executives from MLS. We're seeking for $200K to finish our product development and ensure a successful launch. Obrigado. Miwatch. Merci. Thank you.
Domo arigato. Thank you, John. I'll add that one. Next up, we have Neil Dobson to give the Q&A to John. Here we are.
Thank you. Neil Dobson, and a very excited founder, if you will. Oh, I'm supposed to come closer.
There we go.
Oh, I'm on TV.
It's just a detail.
Yeah, just a detail. Anyways, John, it's been a real pleasure getting to know you. It's great to see your cheering section came with you. Tell me about, you built this, we talk lots about MLS. Is this really only built for MLS, or what other options, what other ideas do you have for your training platform?
No, this is exactly for my kids.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, there is a shortage of soccer coaches across North America and the world.
Okay.
I am a parent, soccer volunteer, and I see the struggle. And kids at school age, they don't have the right attention to fully develop and unleash their passion for soccer. But with UPro, we make the coach's life a little bit easier, and the kids' life as well.
Brilliant, brilliant. So in terms of your go-to-market strategy, what does that look like? And who in this room do you need to help you get there?
Yeah, so we have two different go-to-market strategy. One is local, so we have milestones to reach 10, 100, 500, and 1,000 players here in Winnipeg, which we have a vibrant soccer community. And we also have the MLS option, where we could just go through them, accessing the MLS Go program, and make their lives easier and our lives easier as well.
Okay. But you could probably do both, is my guess.
We can do both, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. That's it? Awesome. Well, good luck, my friend.
Yep, you get 6 minutes. That's it. The next one to come up is Michael Aldor from MNP. I was like, where is he? Where is he? There he is.
Thanks, Richard. As mentioned, my name is Michael Aldor. I'm a partner at MNP. MNP is a great success story coming out of Manitoba. Started 60 years ago out of Brandon with a national tax, accounting, consulting services that go coast to coast from Victoria all the way to St. John's, Newfoundland. And excited to introduce Adam Ryblowski from The Den, who has an innovative media company that you get to hear about right now.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Adam Ryblowski, co-founder and CEO of The Den. I spent the last 9 years leading business and product development at Apple. My co-founder, Dane Hominick, and CTO spent the last 12 years building apps and exiting them. And we've come together to build an app that's going to change the game and disrupt an industry you all know and love. It's nearly impossible to find and buy a product you want to see in a movie. This is not only frustrating for consumers, it drastically limits the income potential for filmmakers and brands, leaving billions in potential revenue untapped. But imagine this. You're watching the latest Bond film, and as he's reaching down for his martini, you see his Omega watch on his wrist. Well, with just one swipe, you can add it to the cart and check out at the end of the movie. Well, that's what we've built at The Den. And we're starting in skateboarding right now. Oh. There we go. Introducing The Den, the world's first interactive snow skate and surf video streaming service, designed to connect content to commerce and build a new economy. So how do we do this? The Den Connect checkout is the completely new way to buy what you see in a movie. And it's not just the in-video experience. We're able to direct offers and discounts to users based on the content they're watching through notifications and email. These are not just apps to enjoy the content, their entire sales ecosystem built around that. Most people don't realize this, but the market is huge. With 153 million skateboarders, snowboarders, and surfers worldwide, this market is untapped. And there's 130 million of them that are serviceable, and we believe we'll obtain 9 million of them. There's not only a lot of them, they spend a lot as well, with the projected board sports market to hit $29 billion by 2027. And as you can see, we're alone in the market here. No one else is tapping into this the way that we are, not even close. Our 2-year forecasted annual recurring revenue is $2.6 million on the low end and $18 million on the high. Our revenue model is simple. Free users watch and watch ads. Users come in and pay a subscription fee to remove those ads, or any e-commerce that comes through our platform, we get 40% commission on it. And we're incredibly happy with the traction so far. We have over 30,000 users from 162 different countries. We've onboarded over 200 of the world's biggest brands, and they've uploaded over 1,000 videos. And the users are loving it. We have 171 5-star reviews on the App Store. And the thing we're most excited about is an average session duration of 28 minutes. That's higher than Netflix and just under YouTube, who we're coming for. And one more thing. When we built this, we realized this was bigger than just the board sports industry. So we realized that we had to white label it out to any video streaming service, niche sport, culture, or media company, whoever, wherever. Our advisory board is made up of world-class individuals who helped us get to where we are, and we couldn't have done it without them, some of whom are in the room tonight, so thank you. As you can see, we're just on the cusp of closing our pre-seed round. With only $150,000 to go, we invite you to join Mistral Venture Partners, the rest of our investment group, on this wild ride. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure to introduce Sandy Foster to ask some questions.
Great work, great work.
Thank you.
So how are you going to grow this business? Who are you going to invest in?
We're going to invest in the users. Dane and I and our team, we're highly focused on the user experience. So, the main thing is marketing to our users right now who are right now directly, it's anyone who's watching skateboard videos. Any skater out there loves watching the videos and they want to buy what they see in the video. So that's our target market, but really right now we're highly focused on the user experience.
And if you had to bring new people in and spend some of that money you're going to raise, what type of talent do they have?
Yeah, I mean, we have a really talented team right now. We have two of them here today. We have Janiko Aiello, and then we have Dane Hominick, my co-founder here. Dane is absolutely a genius when it comes to product. Janiko's been working in the skateboard industry for years and has the relationships needed. And we have an insanely good advisory board that's helped us guide us to where we are today. But we're always looking for new talent, especially in the developer stage.
Great, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm going to ask Katina Wall of BDC to come introduce the next group.
Hi, thanks, Richard. I'm Katina Wall from BDC. I'm a technology account manager. BDC stands for the Business Development Bank of Canada, and all we do is finance Canadian medium and small businesses, which make up 98% of all businesses in Canada. Richard had a ton of statistics to throw out, and I thought I'd come with some percentages as well. But I don't want to hold up the next introduction. John Shabluk from QuoteToMe. John's going to tell us about his company that automates procurement to pay workflow for construction companies.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Shabluk, the founder and CEO of QuoteToMe, and we've built purchasing automation software for the construction industry. And what we do is we make it easy for construction companies to be able to buy and ultimately pay for all of their construction materials and equipment rentals that they might need on their projects. Construction industry is our past, it's our present, and it's our future. On your way here, and even the building we're standing in, that's construction, baby. So everything around us is all construction materials and folks that are installing that materials. And when it comes to the construction industry, unfortunately, we are still living in the past. And that's where QuoteToMe, our team, myself, and our partners, we're all passionate about modernizing the construction industry. Join us on the ride. How big is the problem we're solving for? Contractors across North America are spending billions monthly on building materials and equipment, and they're processing hundreds of thousands of invoices daily in a very manual and decentralized workflow. Over $500 billion is spent on building materials across Canada and the US alone. And the primary workflow today is very manual. Lots of phone calls, emails, text messages between construction project teams. So those are the folks that are actually building at the job site level, and their project teams in the office. And of course, all of their hundreds of suppliers, all of their lumber suppliers, equipment rental vendors, their insulation contractors, all of that communication between project team stakeholders is very manual, time-consuming process, and how do you even know if you're getting the best price on any of those products? And that's where QuoteToMe comes in. We've built AI-powered workflow automation software that's modernizing the procurement to payment process for a $10 trillion construction industry. Our solution is simplifying and automating the entire workflow from start to finish. We make it easy for construction companies to be able to solicit quotes if they're buying lumber or they're needing to rent equipment. We make it easy for the contractor users to be able to get multiple quotes and then have that spend approved by someone in the office if it's above their spend limits. We're issuing automated financial documents, and we're also confirming that the goods have been delivered at the site level. So when it comes to doing the accounts payable process, it's a very simple process to approve those invoices. The magic of our software, we've just brought everybody together. We've centralized all of the key stakeholders on the contractor teams, connecting the field team members and the office team members, along with all of their suppliers in one centralized platform. And we're also housing and helping to facilitate the communication of key transactional documents, like supplier quotations, the purchase orders, delivery slips, and ultimately invoices. This makes us the data hub for all of these very valuable transactions flowing through the industry. We're then pushing that data into back-end accounting and project management systems, and we've developed leading integrations into the leading project management and accounting systems already today, which is a big part of what's driven our go-to-market strategy. We're able to now sell to customers at any stage in the value chain. So we have customers today that are performing over $1 billion in construction volume in Canada and the United States, and we also work with the small, medium businesses as well. A big part of what drives our go-to-market is us knowing what project management and accounting software systems these contractors are already using, and especially customers where we have those developed integrations, it's a home run for QuoteToMe. We're charging our customers a monthly subscription fee or annual subscription fee based on the size of the company. And in the last 12 months, we've experienced wonderful traction. Over 3.5x growth in customers and in revenue. We now have over $650,000 in booked annual recurring revenue, and we're working with over 75,000 vendors across Canada and the United States. We've facilitated over 250,000 orders with our clients across Canada and the United States. We've performed over $350 million worth of transaction values through our product, and we're seeing around $9 million of transactional volume per month. If you drive by any Boxtel construction job site here in Manitoba, rest easy. You know that they got the best price and that their invoices are smoothly managed. Everything they buy is going through QuoteToMe. And we're raising $1 million to grow and add people to our sales team. In the next year, we'll be profitable, and we will have over $1 million in annual recurring revenue with a 5x customer growth. Primarily, it's been founder-led sales today, and I'm eager to build out our sales team to take the QuoteToMe product out to market. The future of our product, very exciting. We're building the intersection of our SaaS product today with FinTech. We'd love to have, and are already working towards, having the FinTech enablement where invoices can actually be paid directly inside of QuoteToMe, and also have the opportunity where lenders can inject themselves into our marketplace to allow suppliers to be getting paid in net 10 payment terms rather than waiting the traditional 60, 90, or 120 days to get paid. And that's all possible because we've developed the entire workflow automation solution, and we're already allowing contractors to approve the invoice inside of QuoteToMe today. The next step, let's pay that invoice. We're raising $1 million inside of a $2 million safe round. We already have $1 million committed, and our lead investor, Mucker Capital, has already recommitted another $250,000 inside of our round. This round that we're raising, it's all about growth. We're excited to reach profitability and be ready for our next Series A fundraise. Our team, experienced construction and technology leaders. I'm very passionate about the construction industry, having served the industry, having worked at United Rentals, the largest equipment rental company in the world, for over 5 years. And I'm excited to have a wonderful team of partners that have technology background and also a blend of construction and startup experience as well. Join me in modernizing construction purchasing.
Thank you, John. Liam Friesen will ask you a few questions.
Thank you, and thank you for this presentation. It's been great to learn more about your company throughout this process.
Thank you, Liam.
A couple of quick questions for you. So one would be, as you build out your sales team, what is your go-to-market strategy for gaining traction in the construction industry? You said a lot of it has been founder sales so far, but as you build out that team, what's your plan?
So I mentioned my background was sales, having worked at United Rentals, and sales is all about relationship building. So I mentioned the accounting and project management systems that we directly integrate with. We've been very fortunate to have built strong partnerships with these integration channels. The leading project management system in construction is Procore, and we have a direct cloud-based integration. We also have customer lists that we know what back-end system these contractors are using. So for us to call in as a partner integration solution, it's a very warm call. And we have thousands of contractors across Canada and the US that we know what back-end technology systems they're using. It's a pretty warm call. So as much as I love doing sales myself and closing new customers, we're excited to bring in a sales team to hammer the phones and bring in new customers.
Thank you. One more question for you, just a little bit more, if you can tell me a little bit more about your team. You said that you guys have a lot of experience, but what was the founding idea behind this that led you to say, you know what, the industry needs this product, I'm gonna build it?
That is a great question. So actually, QuoteToMe started as an Expedia type solution for equipment rentals. I was working at United Rentals and said, there's got to be an easier way for a construction company to find out who has a forklift or who has a generator in the city. So that was where the product initially had evolved from. And actually there was an active project, I won't say exactly which project, but there was a customer that I was working with that was ordering from me directly, not checking in with office team members at all, and just was ordering equipment left, right, and center. And then sure enough, 30, 45 days later, when the invoice showed up, the office teams freaked out because the field team member was ordering equipment, not checking with anybody in the office, and that's a big part of where QuoteToMe comes in to offer that real-time visibility, connecting the field and office teams to prevent those, we'll say just the spending that wasn't accounted for. So that was all part of having really lived this experience. We've now been able to develop a solution like QuoteToMe to solve those industry challenges.
Okay, thank you so much, John, appreciate it.
Thank you, Liam. This next, what we call co-host, I'm going to embarrass just a little bit because they deserve it. So I have to say that I was an investor in Startup TNT because before I started working with them. I believed in what they were doing. I was so happy when Startup TNT came to Manitoba. I had been working with the federal government, and everybody was talking about them. The impact they were making. Again, at that point, there was like 1,800 checks. Like it's so insane. So when they came to Manitoba, I was so happy. The only thing that has come close to me being that happy is when Paul Card took over CEO of MTA. Paul Card! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Hello, my name is Paul, with a very obnoxious introduction. So I currently work at MTA. I don't actually want to go through, so MTA is really a technology accelerator. And what I want to say is that in the next months and days coming, we're reinventing what that looks like. So I would appreciate if everyone in this room could do me a favor to reach out to me and talk about, like, as a startup, as a founder, as a potential founder, if someone's just thinking about companies, please reach out to me and talk to me about what it is you need, how can I help? Because we really want to take a new view on how we can help the community. And it's not so much about startups and or Manitoba. It's like how do we build community? How do we move faster? So that actually leads me into my introduction to David. So Outreach Genius is one of these companies that is. David's been an entrepreneur for a long time, but I'm not going to talk about you. I'm going to talk about Pasha. So Pasha is a babe in the woods 2 to 3 years ago. A young guy still in high school, and he kept coming to these Tech Thursday events, and he negotiated with the King's Head pub. He goes, "Hey, I'm not actually allowed to be in here. Is it cool?" And they said, "Yeah, as long as you're not drinking, it's fine." It's a private-ish event. We'll bend the rules, and he's the guy that will bend the rules to make shit happen. And since I think he started working with David, things have really taken off. And I think it's one of those things where you don't need to think about. You have a vision for your company, but be flexible enough. Be a little bit Gumby about like, oh snap, there might be an opportunity here. Maybe this young kid isn't as dumb as he looks. He might know what he's talking about. And I think over the last few years. And I really want to highlight Outreach Regions because they've been a part of MTA for a number of years. I've only been a part of MTA for 4 days. But if you have suggestions on how we should work, this is great. But they're a perfect example of how MTA would like to work. So I'll hand it over to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is exciting. My name is David Owasi, founder at Outreach Genius, where we're revolutionizing how businesses generate leads and sales. 423 days ago, Outreach Genius was born, and this was due to the personal pain I felt the personal pain of lead generation I felt while running a marketing agency. Today, we're talking about what we've done in the last 423 days, the big opportunity in front of us, and the plan to execute on that opportunity in 1,338 days. So Outreach Genius today offers an ecosystem of tools that help businesses generate more leads. We can identify the contact of anonymous website visitors for our users' website. We can also build audiences of in-market buyers. These are people who are browsing the internet, searching for solutions. We analyze over 2 billion rows of data every single day to find those individuals, and we can put that data to work through integrated outreach mechanisms, both organic and paid. We're also able to find out people who visit our users' website, what they're doing, so we can estimate how likely they are to buy. So we can find out what they're clicking on, what videos they're watching, what they're downloading, all of those to estimate if they're gonna buy. And that's something our users like. I'm a builder, but I'm also a talker. I speak to tons of people, and I've spoken to dozens of experts in our space, as well as customers of our competitors to understand what they're looking for. And we've been able to identify 7 unique points of leverage to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. We can identify at a contact level the information of anonymous website visitors. We've also integrated a conversational AI chatbot into our tools to enable non-technical users to easily interact with our software. And also, we can estimate how likely people are to buy based on what they're doing on our users' websites. And we've seen some traction. We've seen a 400% increase in weekly active users. Now we're up to an average of 139. We've also uncovered over 78,000 leads for our users, and we've just started onboarding our enterprise clients with 25,000 in MRR starting in July next month, which is very exciting. But there's a big opportunity. There's a huge meteor coming down, which is AI, and it's going to disrupt all business functions. And this is going to impact all companies. But what does that look like? Well, companies, so the spend that is anticipated for AI-powered marketing over the next 5 years is estimated at around $97 billion. And why is that? Because there's a paradigm shift. You see, in the old paradigm, when you invest in software, you're typically expecting to see a 15% increase in productivity gains. But with the new paradigm now, you have AI doing all the work like an employee. That means that if you were to invest in Outreach Genius AI, you are investing in an employee that will do all of your lead generation efforts for you autonomously with minimal supervision, working tirelessly 24/7 to help you generate leads. And that is really the future. And this means that we are looking to help marketing departments reduce payroll spend for marketing teams by 75% and also allow their teams to focus on high leverage activities like strategy to increase return on their time and investments. And we are seeing these trends across multiple functions. We're seeing that with finance, we're seeing that with HR, we're seeing that with legal, companies that are taking all over the work of different functions. And we anticipate that marketing will be the same, and right now there is a huge land grab, and we are here to take it. We're building a lot of steam, so we are starting to bring on our enterprise users, 25,000 monthly recurring revenue already committed, starting in July. We're also going to be closing our financing round by the end of this year, and that will allow us to build momentum from $200,000 monthly recurring revenue all the way to $650,000 monthly recurring revenue by the end of November, which opens up an exit window of $100 million by 2027, which is pretty exciting. So for us to scale and to build this amazing technology, we are raising $2 million at a safe note, and we're doing that at a valuation cap of $10 million pre-money. And this will allow us to invest in specific engineering talent to power our machine learning and AI models, as well as data and compute costs, and also investing in our go-to-market strategy to continue bringing on enterprise clients. So we are going for gold. And we are aiming to put Winnipeg on the map, just like Skip the Dishes did 8 years ago. So join us, be genius, and we're looking forward to your support. Thank you.
Given I didn't attend what I'm supposed to do tonight,
He has to introduce Kevin Needham-Jones.
Kevin, amazing to have you here this evening. I would give you a much better introduction if I was prepared, but you seem like you know what the fuck's going on, so I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks, David. I think the day after.
That's a great.
The day after I met you, our head of marketing said that she really wants to identify anonymous visitors on our website. So you've definitely identified a problem that needs to be solved. I'm just wondering, since your solution relies on personally identifiable information, how do you make sure you stay ahead of the privacy regulations that are all over the place?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've actually spent a lot of time reading through all of the draft of legislations of current laws in the US as well as future proposed laws. And what we've learned is that there are three things that current laws and future laws have, which is number one, you have to be upfront to users or visitors to your website that you're tracking them. You have to be very clear about that. And you also have to give them the option to exclude themselves from being tracked or to change their information. So those are the parameters. That being said, though, the future version of our software will be based around other types of data aside from just website visitors. We'll be working with, for example, the ad managers. So if you run an ad campaign, whatever ads Facebook will give you will be integrated into a platform, or Google or YouTube will be integrated into a platform, and then our AI model will ingest that data to help you make better decisions. So identifying website visitors is a great start, but we see future value in other types of data that we'll be able to use.
Cool. Second question is, what do you see as the makeup of a marketing department in the future at a medium, large size company? With the mix of AI.
Yeah, so a lot of marketing teams right now are based on, we've got graphic designers, we've got copywriters, and we have a bunch of people managing the ad spend. We see that being consolidated in the future, and the marketing team is focused more on strategy. So how do we make sure that we're actually reaching out to the right market? How do we make sure our positioning is correct? More high-level strategy. And we see AI taking more and more of the everyday busy work. So creating the copy, testing different things, looking at the data from all the different ad managers, and making decisions on how to deploy that data. And we've already built that model where it's starting to ingest all of that data, and it's been fascinating to interact with our AI model and say, hey, here's my data right now. What should I be doing? What's not efficient right now? And it's pretty cool to see what it can do with just very limited data. So we see a lot of marketing teams becoming smaller and smaller, and most of the work focused on high-level strategy. Just the way of the future.
Cool, thanks.
That was a really great second question there, Kevin. All right, I just want to keep the applause going. I want to give you guys a round of applause because comparative to the top 20, you guys all have been quiet, and that's awesome. Thank you so much. I did not have to yell, and I really like that. Last but not least, wait, who is coming up? Oh, Jack. You should have stood up. The next person to introduce the last company, Jack Winneram from MIA.
Thanks a lot, Richard. As he said, my name is Jack Winneram. I'm the Executive Director for the Manitoba Environmental Industry Association. What does that mean? We represent the clean tech sector. So anything that is a good or service that is in the business of improving the environmental footprint, that's who we are. That's who our association is. And so we promote, advocate, and even support, including the startups. And so with that, I want to just mention one of the reasons that I'm very excited to partner this year with Startup TNT is the opportunity to be a part of that ecosystem to get more startups involved in the clean tech sector. The first time I did this with Startup TNT, we had 4 of the 5 finalists as clean techs. I think we're a little bit thin on clean tech startups here in Manitoba right now, which blows my mind because we are in an economic revolution. We are in a time where there is so much disruption with energy policy, energy transition, net zero targets, that there are trillions and trillions of dollars out there available from all levels of government and including from industries. And that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity for clean tech startups. So we have a clean tech conference in November and we're partnering with Startup TNT. We've partnered in the past and I hope to again with the Manitoba Technology Accelerator and North Forge. We have our own Dragon's Lair, Green Dragon's Den pitch competition with a $10,000 prize. So my challenge is to you tonight, to both investors and entrepreneurs, let's identify those clean tech startups so that we can get them a part of this new green economy that Manitoba has a huge advantage on. So with that, yes, I want to get into introducing our next founder who is not a clean tech company, but when I read about it, I was very enthused. I'm of the generation that played contact sports, played a lot of hockey, baseball, soccer, football. I even had concussions when I played football. When I read about the technology of Neuroptek, it was very intriguing. One of the things that intrigued me the most was, as a coach for 13 years for kids in minor hockey, I'm an economist and I'm a volunteer coach on the bench. I'm being asked to diagnose concussions on the fly. It's not fair to me as a coach, it's not fair to the kids, it's not fair to the parents. So, without getting into the technology and without further delay, a big round of applause for the founder of Neuroptek, a neuro-ophthalmologist and a neuroscientist with over 60 publications in scientific and medical journals. All that to say, he's very smart, a lot smarter than me. I've had too many concussions. So without further delay, Dr. Behzad Mansouri.
Thank you all. I'm Behzad. This is Neda. She's my wife. She's the love of my life, and she's my boss. She's our CEO. So with that said, we are so humbled that you selected us to come to the 5 finalists, and good luck to everybody. I am excited to talk about iMirage again, which is powered by AI, is a device, and we believe that is the future of eye and brain care. So as you can see, this is iMirage, and I will talk about it. Where our journey started. In 2019, we both were professors at U of M, and we decided to take a year off. She did her subspecialty in concussion at U of T, and I did a year of sabbatical to do more research and do volunteer work. During this volunteer work, we went to suburban areas, the schools, and we volunteered to do eye examination and neurological examination for kids who otherwise did not have this opportunity to get their eyes tested. And you can't believe our experience. We saw so many kids that were suffering from eye diseases and concussion and so forth, but they never got help. In fact, the research confirms my opinion, and it shows that 25% of the kids in the schools, primary schools in Canada, they need immediate attention for their eye and so forth. And only 30 to 50% of them, we have ability to give them services. With proper eye care and concussion care, these kids will have better reading, academic performance, and better opportunity jobs in future. This is not a hidden problem. 3 to 5% of people are suffering from lazy eye, and even these famous people that you can see here, I'm sure you all can recognize who they are suffering from visual impairment because when they were kids, there were no eye examination for them. So this condition is not only limited to kids, Adults have this problem. As mentioned here, they get concussion and the coach doesn't know how to examine them and diagnose them with concussion. In fact, there are 3 million emergency visits in North America for concussion. There are over 127 million visits that we need to provide to our population. We hardly can provide that. That makes our healthcare costly, unavailable to many people, and with long waiting time in emergency rooms and in office doctors. Telemedicine definitely is going to be part of the solution in future with a market of $500 billion a year. iMirage, we believe, is part of this telemedicine and is portable, is AI-powered, is simple to use, is affordable, it relies on a smartphone platform, and is AI and cloud-based. It can do many tests, as I said here, just jargons, forget about the jargons, but these are the tests that when you go to your optometrist, to your eye doctor, they do this test. You have to wait for sometimes hours to get these tests done, but you can simply do these tests with like activating your app and putting that in the device. There you go. You have your device at home. $500,000 device that we use in our clinics, you can have it at home. So we have multiple business revenue models. We sell device, we rent the device, we have a SaaS model with the app that we have. The total market for concussion and eye disease is over $200 billion a year. So we are hoping to take a part of this market. Our track is reasonable and acceptable. We have 15 patent documents and 2 patents that are already issued in the United States. We have spent over $1.5 million on this project so far. Half of that came from the founders, from our family. And go-to-market is that at the beginning, we want to target the healthcare professionals who know how to use the test, how to interpret the test, and so forth. But then eventually we're gonna go into all the Shoppers Drug Marts, Walmarts, everywhere that you sit and you want to have a quick eye examination. And then after that, we're gonna reach out to coaches, to schools, to teams, and hopefully they can help, and even eventually to every single home. So our team is wonderful people, exceptional people. Dr. Ansari, she is one of a few concussion subspecialists in Canada. I am doing neuro-ophthalmology. Bram is wonderful. He's so good at regulation that he is advisor to FDA. Henry has 25 years experience in marketing, and we have a wonderful team. We are raising $1 million at this round. $750,000 of that is non-dilutive, and we have already have a commitment and granted 2/3 of that. We are raising $250,000 dilutive, and that's for a 5% share stake in the company. And we are going to use that for expanding our marketing and getting the regulation and clinical trial done. So it's wonderful to make money. All of us want to make money, but come and help us to help some kids with their vision and neurological problems in the meantime that we are making money. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that presentation. Next, I'd like to introduce for Q&A, Trudy Martins.
Thank you very much for the presentation. It's been great getting to know you over the last couple of weeks. My question for you is: it's hard to start a company. It's hard to grow a company, and there's lots of challenges along the ways. What would you say is the main hurdle that you've been able to overcome as you've been growing your company? So what would you see as sort of your main accomplishment in the last couple of years?
I think one of the main things that we are very proud of is our team. We have put together really exceptional people in the area that they are doing their activities. In terms of the science and medicine, we taking care of the eye part and concussion part, and as you saw, we have a wonderful team.
Yeah, I think putting all these devices that doing eye care. If you ever seen an optometrist, you definitely have seen all these devices. They're huge devices, and we were able to put everything in this little device and an app. So I think that is one of the greatest achievements that we had with our wonderful team.
Certainly an accomplishment. Congratulations, and I look forward to the future.
So did anybody see the food come in? Question mark. Okay, the food's here. So that is it. Thank you again to everyone for being quiet. I can't believe that I'm saying this, but it's so true. So thank you so much. What happens now is we're going to take about the next hour to deliberate as investors, and we're going to make our decision on who we're investing in one of these 5 companies. If we're doing more than one investment, we will also be deciding that now. During that time, please make as much noise as you want, converse, and eat some pizza. I will say that that the pizza is a special pizza that Juno Food Labs was one of our top 20 companies. They mix both plant and meat into sausages and whatnot to reduce. It's a very big sustainability thing. We're a big fan of it. The food's really good, and it helps the world. So eat up, drink up, and we'll see you in a bit. All right. The moment that we've all been waiting for tonight, that we do have 3 announcements. This is the first one. The winner of Manitoba Summit 9 for Startup TNT is QuoteToMe. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, thank you for starters. And I guess just the biggest thing I would say is for all the entrepreneurs, all the people in the room, is just keep believing, have faith, because anything's possible, and surround yourself with good people like communities like this, and you'll get there.
If we'll take a picture here. If any of the investors want to come up, take a picture with us, come. If anybody wants some champagne, bring your own glass. There's one right there. Let's just do one here. Cheers. I'm trying to drink the microphone. Look at this. Okay, let's have the investors come up. Awesome. No, keep doing that. Yvonne, you're doing a really good job. There's other people that might have glasses. Oh, come on. Get glasses, people. I love Adam.
Yeah, that's for those of us that don't have one.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thanks, folks. Congratulations, QuoteToMe. It was a small printer. All right, like I said, we have 3 announcements. That was the first. We have two side deals. The first side deal is to the Den. The Den, come up here. Come on, Dane. Come on, Adam. Come on, Giancarlo. You come up too. You're part of this shit. All right. Good job. Thanks, man. Do you want a glass of champagne? I'll just chug it out of the bottle. Yeah. Let's get a picture. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, guys. And finally, the last one. Another side deal. U Pro Soccer. All right, thank you so much for tonight. This was amazing. 3 investments in one night. That tops Manitoba, so that is the best that we've seen in Manitoba. We had 14 net new investors. They're coming back. We're coming back. We're here to stay. Let's build this ecosystem. And come on, thank you everybody. Have a good night.